Well, hey, everybody, look, it's me and Jeff combined because I forgot to hit a button, but that's okay because you know what? We're here. You're here. There's like three of us total, whatever. Wimpy, what's going on? Trucker Tim was first, then Craig, then Wimpy, and Undertaker was in there at third, I think. Undertaker said, "Can I have a wrench?" No, you may not. Just because.
No, we don't play that game.
Yeah, you know. But you know what? So we're supposed to be having Mike the mechanic, aka Narc, coming in. Apparently he's running a little behind, so he'll be here whenever he gets here. Nobody wants my app. You're right, Wimpy. You shut up. Oh, 6:30, Mike will be here. So you're gonna have to listen to us. I ain't mad. What are you talking about? You crazy. Yeah. So let's do the normal things and oops, we'll be right back. Yeah, something like that. I don't know what the hell I'm saying.
Paying too much for trucking insurance? What if you could save more by making one simple phone call and keep more profit? You could very well do just that with one simple call to Seabright Agency, 800-366-6466. Call now.
Now here's a question that all owner-operators and small fleet owners should consider. What happens when you access the unrivaled advantages that are available through the ES Advantage program? We asked Jeff and Charley from Contractors Corner to share their thoughts on how they've been able to utilize the discounts and services that are a part of the ES Advantage.
So we started looking for a way to save money on fuel. And we were turned on to the ES Advantage program for fuel first. So we got a hold of Jeff Reese, and he ran us through that program. And man, we were starting to save. And then we started talking to them. Well, we saw their website, and we said, Jeff, what's this thing about insurance and accounting and
Right.
You lease trucks? What?
Right. And that's the thing is we only knew it as a fuel card. And when we started digging deeper, I mean, we ended up getting hooked up with an insurance provider, Seabright Agency, and they created an entire insurance program just for us and our people. And from that, we've learned that, you know, now there's even more potential. There's a greater opportunity, and it's completely opened up our eyes and broadened our vision into what it is we're trying to do, which is help people do better. Wrapped with the ES community just makes that process so much easier.
Now, if you're an owner-operator or small fleet owner and you would like to learn more about how you can drive savings to the bottom line of your business, the ES Advantage program has the discounts and services that deliver the kind of unrivaled advantages that are designed to help you improve your overall operation. Get connected with the ES Advantage today.
Yeah. All that stuff. I tried to move you. It didn't work. There it goes. Where you at, Jeff?
Somewhere frickin' New Jersey.
He's so happy. Can you tell? Look at that. Look at that face. Oh.
I try not to come here, but, you know, they kind of paid me. Paulsboro, New Jersey at the TA, which is a real crap hole, by the way.
Yeah, no doubt. I don't like it.
I know we don't do trucks. I know we don't do truck stop reviews, but this place has a special place in the shitholes of America.
Oh my God, you said a word.
I did, and it deserves it.
Yeah, it's true.
And we're gonna have Narc on later anyway, so Donna's gonna have a fit no matter what.
Right.
I might as well have fun while I can.
Did you tell her?
Did I tell her what?
About Narc?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
She's teaching a class tonight anyway.
Perfect. Words, whatever. So yeah, I just got back. Jeff and I were both like completely just burnt and spent yesterday, and that's why we didn't have a show. Sorry for that. All kinds of things going on in both of our lives on the personal side that may or may not get into at some point. I don't know. Just because my brain goes crazy anyhow. But yeah, Owner operators can buy a beautiful parking spot anywhere. Oh God.
This is one of
Wimpy's
those
on
places
fire today.
where it doesn't look like the lot's gotten any maintenance at all for like the last 30 years.
Right? Good Lord, man. Those places are something else sometimes.
The restaurant is shut down, of course. So all they got is the really crappy roller options.
Right.
I don't know what's
Dude.
up with that, man. Were the restaurants at the TAs just not profitable at all? Because they're just going away, man.
I think they just priced themselves out
You think so?
and didn't adapt or change, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe. I know they tried that new menu, but I actually stopped eating at TAs with that menu because it was so bad.
Because there's a lot of spotted lanternflies over there, dude. So have fun with that.
Yeah, well, I don't think Panther cares because they didn't even give me a permit. So
That's fantastic. That doesn't feel sketchy at all.
Well, Wimpy, I do. And if you don't, that's on you. I don't care.
Right?
I'm done with Wimpy today. Sorry. Wimpy made me look at news today.
I know, dude. I thought he was screwing around about, Charlie's dead. And I was like, long live Charlie, spelt the right way, EY.
Yeah, so those of you that haven't heard yet, Charlie Kirk was assassinated in Orem, Utah today.
That's nuts.
So being on that side of the aisle myself, I'm not exactly a happy camper today. So if that comes out on the show, I apologize ahead of time. But
I dig that guy. I love watching him on YouTube.
Yeah, he was the entertainment value alone of that guy was amazing. Was he smug? Yeah. Was he arrogant? Yeah, absolutely. But man, he could make you think.
Right?
Even if you disagree with him, just listen to the man and he'll make you think. A lot of those guys in that arena are like that.
The guy's he's got like just an endless database of responses and retorts. I mean, just good Lord, the speed at which his brain seems to process that stuff is like robots.
He just got made fun of on South Park, man.
Right? I mean, that dude had made it. He was on South Park.
Yep. Great episode, by the way.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's nuts, man. I can't believe that even went down today. That's a bummer. I don't understand shooting people because of what they say like that. You know what I mean? It's just
debate them.
Good Lord.
Just like South Park said, become a master debater.
Right. Just gonna pause there for a moment. Flip.
I love it. Again, full disclosure, I do not recommend anybody watch South Park. I can't in good conscience recommend it. But I really, really like South Park.
I can, just from the bits and pieces I've heard about this latest season, I think, and I haven't watched it just I haven't had time and stuff. So yeah, I can't wait because it's been hilarious. It's like Jeff will tell me about, a thing or an episode, and we're like, we can't figure out who they're making fun of. We actually believe they're making fun of both sides when they're doing it.
Yeah, it's everybody. Well, you remember the two-part thing they did for the second Obama, for the Obama administration,
right?
When he first got elected. They actually made two episodes, one if he won and one if the other guy won. And of course, Obama won. Right. And all the conservatives in town are like getting in their bunkers and the world's gonna end and all this stuff. And all of the Obama supporters were all just out smoking dope and I'm going to get free housing from Obama. I'm going to get my Obama phone. They are the masters of making fun of both sides.
Right. Yeah, this is crazy stuff, man.
200-yard shot, according to Timothy Ransom. And it was a single shot.
Right.
There was only one shot, got him right in the neck. They still haven't apprehended the guy. So there's a manhunt going on, all sorts of things going on. It's kind of weird that it happened in Utah, though, I got to tell you, because Utah is what we like to call a purple state.
Right.
Depending on where you live, it's left or right. You know, the standard, just like in most states, your bigger cities tend to be more to the left. Your rural areas tend to be more to the right. And Utah is pretty much down the middle, man.
Right.
Like, it's not a landslide for either side when there's an election. Contrary to what people on the left think about Utah. You know, you talk to your neighbors and, oh, yeah, I was a Biden supporter. Oh, okay. I'm not. And you know what happens, Charlie? Nobody cares.
Right.
You go about your life.
Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Still not home, I guess. Whatever. Dude, my mouse is dying. I gotta change my battery. This is gonna be weird.
You don't have a rechargeable mouse?
Yeah. But I don't have a rechargeable battery in it. Shut up, man.
Welcome to 2025, man. My little gaming mouse, dude, it'll last like a week on a charge.
I don't remember the last time I changed it, but clearly I need to right now because this is not okay.
Yeah.
Bear with me. Oops, I just hit buttons. I don't even know what happened. Hey, you can take that comment down. I don't have the ability right at the moment. I gotta go grab a battery.
Oh, you're asking me to do a thing. Okay.
Yeah. Look, we're on top of things today, bro. We're on fire.
No worries, Narc. We already told him you were going to be here in a little bit. Squirrel. Yeah, but Undertaker, it's a good squirrel because it's Charlie had a thing that had to be done and he did it. And
right.
So it's a good squirrel.
Let's see. All right. It moves again without going across the screen.
Oh, okay. So how was your trip back to Florida from Oregon there?
Dude, it wasn't bad. I mean, it was busy. There was some sketchy, like, dead spot for freight that nobody... It's funny. So I ran from Troutdale, Oregon to Salt Lake City to Michael's in, like, a horrible place with an alley delivery in the corner of an alley.
And...
Wait, yeah, I'm getting there. It took 6 hours for them to unload us. So Rosie and I went to bed. And then we were rudely awakened by a horrific crunch and the truck shaking and rocking. And Rosie sat up and expletives flew out of her face. I sat up, was like, WTF. With the real words.
Mm-hmm.
And when I looked out and looked over there, I swore this guy had eaten my entire hood because that's what it looked like from the bunk. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh, man. And I climb out of the truck. I'm like trying to put clothes on because nobody wants to see me in my boxers. And I finally get some clothes on. I'm like, dude, chill out. I get out there and look at it. I'm like, wow, there's nothing wrong with my hood at all. Dude's like, yeah, man. Really sorry, bro. I don't even know. So he was pulling a Target trailer while I was delivering at Michael's. Just saying, little irony there. I don't know. Folded my passenger side mirror forward. Put a tiny little scratch on the plastic on the outside. No big deal. I was just like, holy crap. And then it took him and me to put the mirror back in place. And now he's still stuck there. And we're like, we realized that he can't complete that turn unless we fold the mirror back into the truck. So we took both of us once again because that thing was tight. Fold it back into the truck. And then he cleared the pole at his back right corner with his 42-foot trailer, by like an inch and cleared the front of my truck by about an inch. Terrible spot. Terrible spot. If I had had a 42-foot trailer, he would have made it.
Right.
But yeah, you know what's funny is when Rosie and I laid down, I'm like, I wonder if Target and Michaels and Big Five coordinate when they get the deliveries, because there's really look, if you're delivering to Big Five or Michaels, you are literally in the corner of a alley, and there's just no damn room. My only critique to the dude would have been I would have been moving slower had I been him. In the event of, because it looked so sketchy. And he said, "Man, I saw you there, and I wasn't sure." I'm like, "Yeah, maybe you should have slowed down or something." Could have woke me up. Could have dropped the trailer and moved out of his way.
Hey, at least the dude didn't come at you. Hey, what are you doing parked there, man?
Yeah, right. That would have been hilarious. Oh man, yeah, it was a trip. But anyhow, so then we got out of Salt Lake, ran up to Green River, grabbed a Arm & Hammer load that was heavy. Yeah. Ran that down to Harrisonville, Missouri. Yeah. That was 73,000 pounds gross. Over 9 miles per gallon on that one. I think it was 9.4 if I remember right. Ran up to Kansas City, grabbed a load. 78,000 pounds gross, and delivered in Council Bluffs. Then from Council Bluffs, Council Bluffs. Wait. That TA in Council Bluffs. If you have never eaten at the Mexican restaurant that's across the street from the TA in Council Bluffs, you need to go, because Rosie and I both loved it, and we were like, I told the dude serving us, I'm like, Mexican food should not be this good in Iowa, because it was like legit. It was, oh my God, it was, geez. Rosie and I were just like, melting, almost like the burger in Vegas, Jeff.
Yeah.
For us, it was an emotional thing. Like we were digging, and we weren't starving, because sometimes when you're super hungry, you're just like, oh, this is so great and it's garbage. But no, it wasn't that case. We were hungry and we ate a lot.
Like the bomb burrito I ate for lunch today.
Right. I mean, it's $50 for both of us, but I mean, it was a lot of food, man. Rosie didn't finish hers, of course. She tried. Boy, she really worked on it. I cleaned my plate. It was almost sparkling by the time they got it back. Tortillas and all, man. I was, oh God. La Mesa is the place in Council Bluffs, Iowa, across the street from the TA. Highly recommend it. Oh my God. Anyhow, so then I went over to someplace in Nebraska to pick up another load and took that up into, good Lord, where the hell was it? Now I got to look, because now it'll drive me nuts. Hey, how about that load board?
You experienced that firsthand, did you?
Jesus. I even looked at it today, and there was zero. Let's see. Settlements pending. Oh, my info settlements pending. Let's see. Oh.
So you had almost 3 weeks off.
Yeah, 1 day short of 3 weeks at my mom's house. I don't know that I'd say off, bro. There's a lot of work.
Truck.
Yeah. Damaging to the bank account, that's for sure, because I was only expected to be there for a week. So yeah, Troutdale to Salt Lake, Green River to Harrisonville. Oh, there we go. Beatrice, Nebraska to Ankeny, Iowa. Oh, wait, no. Harrisonville. Then it was Kansas City to Council Bluffs, Beatrice, Nebraska to Ankeny, Iowa. Then Cedar Rapids, Iowa to Fort Wayne, Indiana. And then Findlay, Ohio to Lake Park, Georgia. That's what I ran. And all of that stayed above 9 miles per gallon. Just saying.
Nice.
I ran mostly 63. The Findlay, Ohio to Lake Park, Georgia, we ran at 65 because, going home. Wanted to get there as early as we can. We still oh man, it was brutal, dude. It was a long few days. I did not sleep well.
Yeah.
Craig Yo currently running the reefer load board. Oh, nice.
Oh, cool. You have to let us know how that works for you.
Right? There's kids screaming in my backyard. I like hearing that sound. Not ashamed to admit it. I had a yard dog driver put my trailer into the dock for me. I had no room. Yeah, look, I had to have them pull one out. I'm like, I can't get that. And I was real nice to them. They were actually shocked that I was so pleasant. Like, went out of their way for me after I walked up to them all. They were.
McPoe wants some parenting advice, apparently. How old do you need to be to play video games and watch South Park? To play good video games, you have to be 18 in my house, and you have to be 18 to watch South Park because Donna won't let it in the house. So, when you're an
And
adult,
in
you can
my
do it for long.
house, you need to have been born. What? That's wrong. Whatever. I don't even care. I'm just like, whatever. I'm raising terrorists, I'm sure. Probably shouldn't say that word.
Craig, Matt says you abandoned him.
Right? Yeah. So I didn't sit anywhere during that whole time except for the drop in Utah. Oh, wait. We parked overnight on the Council Bluffs load. The TA was it was right at a mile away from the Sam's Club that we delivered at 5:30 that next morning. So we went up to Council Bluffs, parked there, had a nice dinner, slept well that night actually, and then went over to the Sam's Club, and then we did not stop after that. It was just nonstop. And look, it worked out good. I mean, look, 3 weeks in the hole on settlements. I've got a positive balance at the end of that trip.
Yep.
It's not a lot, but it's money in the bank. Just saying. Yeah. So whatever.
So did you get the call from Rapid wanting to know how you were going to pay your lease payments?
No, they sent me an email once, I think. I just ignore it. I'm not going to lie. I know that all I got to do is go work a week.
Yeah.
It's going to clear up. Yeah, I started this week like 2,100 plus in the hole. And I was like, man, that sucks. Whatever. I knew I'd get it done before I got here. Yeah. Positive is better than unpositive. Correct, Narc.
That is correct, yes.
That is a valid statement if there ever was one, sir.
So are you back at it tomorrow or?
Yeah.
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 But by the way,
expecting me at Target.
You missed the perfect opportunity for an excuse to delay the show by a day. Yesterday was Ida's birthday.
Oh, right.
We were celebrating Ida's birthday, taking the day off.
I forgot to sing to her. Dang it.
We're not doing that on the show.
You're up, Jeff.
Nobody wants to hear that.
Jeff's a party pooper. What? I'm sorry. Look, there's some new buttons that popped up on StreamYard, and I just have to click on some of them every now and then.
Yeah,
I don't care.
I'm going to say that with the current events going on right now, probably what we were playing with before the show would be inappropriate.
You think? I was just thinking maybe I should. I don't know. Because I'm so damn inappropriate. I mean, good Lord. That's right. Oh, man, that is terrible. Now that I have the full context of the wimpy speak out there, good Lord. Oh, man, I'm a terrible person. Whatever. It's okay. Could you pay off a truck sitting home 3 weeks and just working 1 week per month?
Napkin math says no.
Yeah, I don't think so.
However, when I had my paid for truck, my 16,
yeah,
I would go out for 3 weeks and then spend a month at the house.
Right.
And make all my bills.
I could definitely do 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off in my in Chewy
Yeah.
without any problem whatsoever.
Then you start running into maintenance problems eventually, though.
Right.
I mean, that's just the nature of it. But
And
I
you
did
not
what?
have enough saved for it at that point. But
And I did what, Charlie? What is it? 3 years with no payments.
yep.
That was a pretty good time.
Oh yeah, it was fun too.
If I hadn't moved to Utah, I'd still be driving that truck today.
Right.
Yeah, Undertaker, you're right. I've talked to guys. It depends on what you haul. I have talked to guys that do some pretty high dollar, over-dimensional freight, and they'll work for like a week and then take the rest of the month off.
Right.
But that's pretty rare. If you could get that, that's good work, man.
For real.
Hard work. A lot goes into that. I was talking to one guy that moved freight for the Navy from East Coast to West Coast to West Coast to East Coast. In the Navy.
Sorry. Trigger word.
And, part of the reason why he and his sons, it was a family operation, it would take them a week and a half just to get all the permits for that over-dimensional load going across the country.
Right.
So, but yeah, that was the one, Charlie, that years ago I asked him, well, how do I get into that? And he said, well, if I told you that, I'd have competition.
Right. That guy was hilarious. That was a great statement, if you ask me.
Yep. Well, I know some guys that do really well on those military contracts. And I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, the dude was like a quartermaster or something in that branch of the service.
Mm-hmm.
He retired and he got a contract.
Right.
It's who you know.
For real. Relationships. That's how we
Yep.
spin that one. But yeah, I don't know, man. There's just, I'm still thrown by this Charlie Kirk thing, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it completely threw me off. I can't say I'm surprised, and that's probably wrong.
I'm not surprised. I'm saddened.
Right?
I
It's
think
a bummer.
I think that we're in a weird place in this country right now where people are shooting at people.
Yeah, that's, man. I don't know.
Let's be real. It's one side doing it more than the other side right now.
Yeah.
That's just a fact. So, food for thought without getting into it too much.
Oh.
I learned from my friend Bob, who was a historian. He was always looking for his Archduke Ferdinand moment.
Right.
What was going to kick off the next big one? I don't know. Assassinating a prominent right-wing pundit? I don't know what that could kick off. Pretty interesting, though. Wimpy McPote wants to know, what could you be hauling with radioactive placards? All sorts of stuff, man. Anything radioactive? I actually saw Undertaker. I should have taken a picture of that, Charlie.
Right.
I actually saw a load of fuel rods. In where was I? I was in New Mexico. That piloted exit 40 in New Mexico. And I was reading this placard, and there was these cylinders that were sealed off with the radioactive placard. And I actually read the number to Charlie, and Charlie looked it up, and it was fissile material. So then I took that and sent it to my genius son, who's a physicist. And I said, what would be fissile material? And he said, oh, well, it's probably fuel rods.
Apparently, it can go boom.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, there's a certain thing you have to do to make the reaction start, but yeah.
Right.
Fuel rods are only about 8 feet long. Wimpy. I don't know if you know that or not.
Hey, we brought up firearms. I don't know why, but we did. That's what my brain heard. So it was a cool thing in Florida today. The Florida First District Court of Appeal ruled that the state's ban on open carry firearms is unconstitutional, citing the U.S. Supreme Court ruling and the nation's historical tradition of firearm regulation. The ruling by three-judge panel found that the Florida's prohibition on openly carrying firearms was incompatible with the Second Amendment. It's crazy.
So wait, how does Florida have a law that prohibits open carry?
Yeah, so you can only open carry in Florida. It's, what is it, 790 dot something, I can't remember what it is. If you are on your way to or from a range, shooting activities, fishing or hunting, hiking or camping. There's also the provision in there, which is what allows Florida law enforcement to carry openly on their hips as part of their duty. It's the same rule. I don't like open carry. I think it's dumb. I think if you're an open carrier, you're asking for a target. You are a target. You great big red bullseye. And I don't know if any of you have watched that stuff, but I've seen an awful lot of videos where a guy's standing at a, checkout counter. Somebody just walks up behind him, takes his gun, and pow, pops him with his own gun. What are you gonna do? Man, it's dumb. But whatever. I mean, it's look. I gotta hand it to him. I was actually surprised because even as open as Florida is, I mean, they've always been real strong about not open carrying. I don't have a huge problem with it. I like the guys that go out there and audit with it and carry an AR-15 while they're fishing. I love those guys. There's one real big one in Florida, and I love that dude. Because I love the responses that roll out on him sometimes. Oh
yeah,
man.
I asked my firearms instructor one time about open carry, and his immediate, not even a pause, people that open carry are a-holes. That was his opinion.
Right. There are times when I do, but it's usually out on my own property. And it's usually because I'm doing some sort of training or something along those lines, or I just don't want to conceal that day. You know what I mean? Whatever. And it's usually because we're out camping on our property.
Well, I had a student one time that was really into open carry, and I told him what I thought of open carry. I think it's dumb. But he was kind of an a-hole, first of all. So proof of concept there. Right. But I told him, I said, you're sitting wherever, and I'm the bad guy, right? And I see your revolver on your hip.
Yeah.
Guess who's getting it first? You are. I know who the threat is if I'm the bad guy. Concealed carry, I have no idea who's carrying concealed.
Yep.
That element of surprise is huge, dude.
Look, I shared a video all over Facebook about how legally armed concealed carry firearms possessors are so beneficial in stopping these like mass shootings and things like that. Far more so than law enforcement. Just saying. When seconds count, 911 is minutes away.
Yep. Well, unfortunately, they don't get the press.
Right.
The good guy with a gun, that you very rarely see those stories. But if you actually look into it and do a little bit of research, dude, it's every day.
Right. Wonder where that post is. Let's throw a link up to it because I thought it was a good breakdown. It was first or Second Amendment lawyer. He's a defense attorney that I follow on a regular basis, and everybody knows what my views are, and I get smacked around a little bit every now and then. I don't mind by the upper people, whatever. Oh, there it is. Let me see if I can grab that link. Do. Manamana do do manamana do 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 manamana do do. Yep. found it.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Oh yeah.
Here, I'll put it in the chat if anyone wants to watch it. If look, I think it's full of some good information. If you're an anti-firearm person, whatever, man. I don't know. I think you should still watch it. And I don't know.
The more you
watch
know.
it with an open mind.
The more you know, you know.
Yeah, you know. I listen to all sides of political discussions. You know, I had an amazing conversation with a guy at a in a rest area in Idaho the other day that was fascinating. I talked to this guy for 2 hours, and we had some differing views, and we had a lot of overlapping views, and you know, we even talked religion and politics, and nobody got punched. You know, it was crazy. Yeah, you know, and he was very adamant about his position on religion and there being a God. I've always said I don't believe there is, nor do I believe there isn't. I say I don't know. Someday I'm going to find out. So I just try to live my life like a good person and not do wrong things to people. Yeah, you're welcome, Sean. We love to spread that ear worm around because it's fun.
And I believe we can get away with that one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely old enough. Anyhow, you should check out that gun control fraud exposed video. I think it's worth the watch. Don't do it now. Grab it for later. I'm just saying.
Oh look, we just lost half our viewers. Good job,
right?
Charlie.
I know. So we're down to 2. Great. Whatever. Telling people where to park. Wait, I can't read it. My glasses are just garbage right now. Telling people where to park in a parking lot for an event with open carry drop leg works a lot. You know. Yeah. As a child, I called Oh, stop.
You did a Lieutenant Dan, did you?
I totally got lost right there.
You short circuited.
And Wimpy's out there shaking his fist at the lightning.
Yeah. What do you need prayers for, Sean? Be specific.
He's picking up in St. Louis.
Oh, is that what he's doing?
And headed to Middle Manhattan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Off Broadway. Good Lord. Have fun, bro.
Yeah.
I'm glad those days are far behind me.
That gives me the willies, man.
I just simply say no these days. I had that luxury. I exercise it.
I've been on the island itself to deliver and pick up twice. And once was on that south tip, out where it's still grassland. There's this paper mill out there. And I swear, Charlie, I'm sitting there at the dock and I'm looking at New York City, right? And I swear that's the spot that Hollywood uses for that wide angle skyline shot.
Right.
It was, I'm glad I got to go out there at least once, because to see that skyline for yourself from that angle was pretty cool. That was cool.
Jeff, Trucker's coach sent CB. His hands are fat. Stop it. I'm just saying. What's up, CB?
Okay.
I enjoyed that. Oh, that's some interesting stuff. 3,000-pound load, though. Yeah. Hey, man. My very first solo run as a truck driver was into the Bronx at a small bodega with a load of candy.
Oh,
After that, I could do anything. I was like, whatever. That was back at FFE, and it was fun. Look, there he is.
I'm sorry. Is Ida available? I was sing to Ida real quick.
I haven't seen her, man. You know, you can go ahead and sing, bro, and she'll watch the replay. I will
singing. I'm sorry. Sorry, Ida. Sorry to disappoint you. I just got to make that phone up.
What's up, people? Is there a bunch of trucker coach idiots in here? Oh, you put me on top again. Look at that. I appreciate you.
Oh, look.
You know,
I can't read. Apparently, it's a $3,000 load, not a 3,000-pound load. Whatever, Sean. Shut the hell up. We're done with you. We're moving on now. We got codename Narc up in here.
Oh, jeez.
As I like to refer to him as Mike the Mechanic because it's less offensive to some people, but not really. Yeah, I even put your picture on the thumbnail, dude. You see that?
Did you? No, I didn't. I didn't look at it. I was driving home.
Oh man,
I have a funny illegal debt. I had to illegalize my death to get home this afternoon. So.
Oh, nice.
Let's not tell anybody that on social media or anywhere that they may try to get me in trouble.
Right.
I feel like one of you guys now. I'm one of y'all, right? I had to ratchet it up, or rig it up, so I could continue to drive to get where I needed to go.
Exactly.
Gots to love it.
Let's see.
So,
we click that.
What else? I've been listening sort of on and off. What other good stuff is going on? I had a question earlier when you were talking about your deal. Oh, what happened? Did I do that?
No, I did that.
Oh, I see. Oh, the good glasses too.
Right? That's my favorite picture, man.
I love it. The good glasses.
All right, my bad.
No, you're all right. You scared me. I thought I hit something. I thought
you were like, what the hell?
What's up, everybody? I see there's a bunch. Full Sin Trucking. Thank you, CB. I invited some people as usual.
Yeah. I liked CB's intro comment. I had to put it up and say it out loud. Look, I'm going to do it again. Trucker's coach sent him. His hands aren't fat. Stop it. Just saying.
Oh, Lord. Well,
good times.
What can you do? Well, some people will never learn, right? Some people will never learn, right?
Right.
What is it? The definition of insanity. Just repeat, right? Rinse, repeat. Insane.
Keep doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome.
Yep. They're not gonna. No one's gonna show them, teach them, and they're not gonna learn even if you do it. So,
wait. That means we're insane because we're always talking mostly about a lot of the same things. You know what I mean?
True.
And so many folks are just like, bro, I'm not doing that. I want to make more money, but I don't want to do that to make more money. I don't want to take care of my truck. I don't want to do maintenance, Narc. I don't want to look at my tires and make sure they got enough air in them and that. Just because they're 75 pounds of air, they're fine, bro. They're still round, mostly except on the bottom.
They'll get warmer as a day, which means the air pressure will go up, right?
That's right.
I mean, those are all logical ways to go. Quick hit, what's up? So look, that was my sweet transition into maintenance. You like that?
I like it. I like it.
But it just goes back to I don't have any notes for today because we haven't done any notes for like a month and a half now because
I know because you guys are slacking, but that's okay.
No, I've just been just busy and mind screwed, and you know what I mean. We did tell Donna you were going to be on today, so she's not watching because we know how the words flow, and we're just like whatever, and it's whatever.
Well, she does. Oh well, that's okay. That's understandable.
No, it's all good. She had a class she was teaching tonight, so it worked out great, to be honest.
Good
See,
deal.
the thing is she lets Jeff's youngest watch when she's watching, and he will repeat words.
Oh yeah. I believe that. I get that. What's up, Butch? Good to see you. Glad you're in here, Trucker Butch. Trucker Butch is a good guy.
But yeah, so we don't have anything set up, but if anybody's got questions, maintenance, you got something broken you want to ask about,
Yep.
if you want to ask about, Narc's glasses, I mean, I don't know.
Well, look, I'll tell you my death story. This is fun because
nice.
I would never. Well, I don't know. I guess I would tell people to do this, but this last. Let's see, what's today? Wednesday. I think this started last Thursday. I feel like it started last week, but I don't remember. The days all run together anymore. But this morning, most definitely, as I on the way to work, I every light on the dash came on, right? Like the Christmas tree thing, which I know you've had the Christmas tree. Everybody's had the Christmas tree for the after treatment stuff. And no biggie. It's an older truck, so we don't think much about it. Luckily I have everything, available to me. Cummins Insight, everything in Dream. So I just parked at the side of the shop and went and started a def or an after treatment burn, right, an analyzer, all that good stuff, and went inside. And an hour later, went out, and of course, nothing was working. It was all still showing faults. It was not doing anything. So then, of course, dug into it a little more, only to find out that my def header is leaking from the internally, which I'm sure that's a pretty regular thing. I don't remember changing a lot of those. I think I changed a few of those at night on Kenworths.
Right.
I don't remember doing it a lot on other trucks, but neither here nor there is my truck. I think maybe most my trucks, put together. It's not an original motor or original transmission, so it has a weird def tank, and we can't get the def header for it. So,
Great.
The option to drive it home this afternoon was to loop the coolant system and make it think that the def header is working properly and it's a full tank and it is ready to rock and roll anytime needed.
Right.
So with that being said is, I don't know. I'm sure I will not get pulled over by DOT, but if I do, my tank is very accessible and very easily to see that there is a blue line that has looped. Of course, I don't know. DOT probably don't know, right? And the tank says full and there's def in it, so I guess
I've got a fix for you.
Yes, shoot.
So you go to Home Depot and you get a little sprinkler head.
Yep.
And just mount it under the hood and just let it spray all over the place. It'll be fine.
Oh my gosh. So one of the guys in the shop is like, hey, my uncle is a moonshiner, right? And he's like, my uncle does moonshine and he makes his own beer and he makes coils, right? Like he makes copper coils.
Nice.
And he's like, we could just, do a small coil for the coolant, right? And drop it into the def header. And that way the lines are hooked up, the coolant.
Right.
So it's technically operating, right? Or it's there and hooked up and running. It's just not actually spraying.
Let them prove it at that point. Good luck.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that would be hard one to prove. I don't know. I think that's a little bit too far personally, but I mean, whatever.
I just like the thought of a copper coil.
It was kind of funny when he brought it up because I was like, the other thing we could do is just stuff the coolant lines inside the tank, right? Like, I mean, they're not working, right? Like, so no, they wouldn't know the difference if once they go into the tank. They just look like they're going somewhere and they're doing something.
Right. Yeah. It's a trip, man.
So, yeah.
Did you hear me tell my story about getting hit in the dock?
I did. That was one question I had. Is yes. You gotta love that, right?
Brand new, dude. 4,700 miles on it, right?
Brand new. Well, that you already know that attracts.
Yeah, dude, for real.
They were probably looking at the clear coat on it, right?
Right. It was all shiny and stuff. I mean, it's still got shiny rims and stuff. Well, the front rims are shiny. I got those wheel covers on the back on the duals.
Oh,
I decided I want chrome ones of those. If I'm gonna have those damn things, I'm gonna buy the chrome ones, but they're stupid expensive, and it's cheaper to buy the entire install kit with the chrome covers than it is to just buy the chrome covers. How does that make sense? I don't know.
That is a little crazy.
The entire mounting system comes with the kit, and it's significantly cheaper than just buying the 4 discs.
That's the world we live in. Oh, hey, so I don't know. I know this is all maintenance. So whenever somebody pops up with maintenance, then let's just, or if you've got something we want to talk about. But I do have a actual trucking load money freight moving question. You got, I don't know, Jeff, you may, Charlie, I'm sure you know who SoCal Trucker is. Guy out on the West Coast. Good guy, owns, I don't know, I think he runs 7 or 8 of his own trucks, something like that. Does lots of electric bus, Landau pickups, electric buses out in Cali, out in the Bay at the port. But neither here nor there is he's been getting into the, all the restrictions going on right now. And today he did a little show about, and of course I didn't really look anything up, but I mean, he's not much, he's not like me. He's not really a truth stretcher. Right? Like he doesn't really speak on stuff that he's making up by any stretch. I don't think
right.
He said that there is a ton of freight channels that are talking about this reduction in the EBT that just went into effect or goes into effect the 1st October maybe.
Right.
Is how that's going to affect the frozen food and like your day-to-day snacks, sodas, all that. And I think there's a bunch of people saying that's going to be a $24 billion freight hit before Christmas or by Christmas, building up because of the. Does that make any sense at all?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously less people buying food, less food to haul.
Yeah, because with the EBT restrictions, they're going to have to actually pay for the crap and not get the crap for free.
Right. Right. Makes sense. I mean, he was playing a video about it. So, I was just wondering because I was seeing he was talking mainly refrigerated, but I mean, obviously, I assume sodas and freaking Oreos shipped dry, right? Or not refrigerated.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
you let Alex in here. Alex is going to bring in the ice raids probably.
Right.
Sorry, Alex, I didn't say that out loud.
Watch.
Yeah. I don't know. He was talking about that. I thought that was sort of interesting because that's going to kick down.
Alex in timeout. Yeah.
There you go. Bye, Alex. Did you get timed out, Alex? Good on you.
Only for 10 seconds, but whatever.
Oh, well.
I put Wimpy out for a minute earlier, and I forgot that it deleted all the comments someone posted up to that point. Dude, it cleared out a ton of chat. I'm just saying. But it was funny.
What's up, Shop Fees?
I
know one thing.
Know what we're doing.
You talked about earlier is I saw, and I don't remember who it was. Who's the person with the wiring harness? I was reading that earlier. That's somewhat maintenance related. I
didn't even see it.
My chat doesn't go back.
Probably Tim.
Windshield and a weight.
That's Trucker Tim. Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened was he had a windshield replaced in West Valley City. They did it wrong.
Yep.
So it was leaking. Got into the electronics on the dash and shorted some stuff out. And he's fighting with Swift now to figure out who's going to pay for that $4,000 bill.
That was okay. So that was my first question. That was done at a Swift facility?
Yeah.
I mean, like a Swift shop, obviously by outside people, or a vendor, outside vendor. God, that is a rough.
Actually, no. It would have been done by the terminal itself. Swift does their own windshield.
Okay, yep. Gotcha. Oh, so well. I don't know if that helps or not, but maybe that helps because now you're not fighting two parties per se.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know if that helps. That maybe puts the ball better.
I don't know if you know this, Narc, but a lot of the glass people, they won't touch a Freightliner that's newer than 2018.
No, I did not know that. So, what is that?
So we have that collision avoidance system with the camera in the windshield.
Right.
They have a hard time recalibrating it, so they decided they're not going to replace Freightliner windshields anymore.
And they don't want to pay for the updated software to do it because super expensive, right? And
no, I did not know that because, when I was at night, we had an outside vendor that's actually a really good windshield guy. I've seen them around at other shops. I know they do lots of semi windshields here in this area, but they would come in. But I'll be honest, I don't remember them doing any Freightliners. Period. And I know it's night with Swift. I know, and they didn't do a whole lot, but I just remember they would come in because they came in their van. Quick's in here. He probably might even know what their names are, but no joke, because like Volvo and stuff, usually, from my memory, is those usually don't need recalibrated when they put them back up there. But
I know when they replaced my first windshield in my Freightliner on the 23, all of my automatic windshield wiper stuff, my intermittent stuff was not working right, and it bummed me out. I mean, not enough that I actually went and got anything done about it. And then when they did the second one, I couldn't even get intermittent wipers working at all.
No joke.
Yeah, it was just always me click, 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 click.
Yeah, Charlie called me after he got his new truck.
Randomly, it would start working intermittent.
Yeah, Charlie called me right after he picked up his brand new truck a couple of weeks ago. He's like, dude, the intermittent wipers work again. This is so nice.
Oh my God.
Isn't it amazing?
Tim responded and said that West Valley City actually does use a third-party vendor. I didn't know that.
Okay.
So that might be a fight.
Yep.
Jeannie isn't a drunk. Stop the slander. Yes.
Oh no. Well, so that's crazy. I'll tell you. I mean, sadly Tim's seen it, but improper windshield is probably. I would put that up there in the top 3 of one of the worst things that can happen to your truck.
Right.
Is because most, as we well know, right? Common sense is obviously 99% of the time the leak's not going to be at the top where it runs down and you see it. It's going to be at the bottom where it kind of works its way in, right, as you're driving down the road and just kind of making its way under the,
Right.
under and in, and it's just
all electronic
straight
connections
moisture,
and
right. Yeah, it's not even per se water drip. It's moisture, and then by the time we have one truck that had a bad install in a visor. And he's always had a windshield, and just it's every month or so we go through his fuse box and kind of check everything. But he has a transmission gauge that doesn't work, and his amp gauge, his amp draw gauge does not work, and they're never going to work because there's no. I mean, without changing the harness, like the inside harness, there's no way of finding it because there's no damage. It's just there's moisture got somewhere inside a loom. Inside a ball of wires, so there is no fixing it. And it's terrible.
it's insanity, dude.
And honestly, and that was a known leak, right? We knew that was coming.
It's funny. Right before I turned in my 23, I went and got a truck wash at Blue Beacon because why not? And found out that the latest windshield they had put in there had a good leak when hit with a pressure washer. That was pretty awesome.
Nice.
I'm like, that's cool, man.
Yeah, of all the things I never thought I was missing when I got my new custom Western Star.
Oh my God.
I've got a sun visor again, and I didn't think I was missing it, but I tell you what, those things are great.
It
right. Hey,
I worked it in organically this time.
There you go. I know this guy will not. He has like a 8-inch drop. I think it's an 8-inch. It's not a huge visor, but and that's what is we tell him. Hey, if we got rid of the visor, we could take off because it's not standard to the truck. It's an aero cab truck, so it's fiberglass, and it is 100% that thing move. I have a small video of like me with the visor off, so they can get a new windshield put in it like a couple months back, and I can cave I can cave the roof pretty easily. So going down the road, it's just catching wind, and not moving just enough to let water in when it's raining. Right? Pressure washing, same deal, right? Hey, will you put full sins comment up there?
Charley, we're at an hour. You want to run commercial and then we'll do that?
Oh yeah, do that. You're good. Yeah, do your thing.
Hey, so whatever at Road Warrior Entrepreneurs, because we don't know what we're doing right at the moment. We like to do good things and help people and make good choices. So I'm just gonna run our little commercial because it's fun, and we'll be right back in like I think it's like I don't know how long. 50 seconds. Bye. You're either running your business like an owner or like an employee, and if you're stuck in that employee mindset, you're leaving money on the table. Company drivers wait for direction. Business owners create opportunities. Company drivers chase miles and just drive. Business owners chase profits and know their numbers. Want to run a real business? Start tracking your numbers. Know your cost per mile and start saying no to bad loads. Drop "I run a business" in the comments if you're done thinking like an employee. If you want to take this mindset shift further, join the Road Warrior Entrepreneurs community at www.rwedrive.com, where we have profit-boosting strategies, coaching calls, and real road warriors winning together.
Nice.
Da.
Oh, we lost Jeff. What did you do? Kick Jeff out during the commercial break? Oh,
Well, I saw he wasn't there, so I thought I'd be nice, in case he was like, just out of screen farting or something. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to be good.
hey, full send. Packard or Cummins? I'm
Packard
assuming.
MX-13.
What is it?
MX-13.
Oh, shit! I didn't even see it. I'm sorry. My bad. Yeah. So MX-13. And what year is it? 21. So that's a newer one. Not technically the era of all the bad injector situations. I mean, so my basic here. Let me read the comment again. I read it and then I stopped reading it because
Oh my God! How dare you!
I'm lazy. Leave me alone.
Freaking ADD.
I've been working today. Get off my back. Let's see here. I am having to add water pretty regularly. I can't even say it regularly. There you go. Not seeing any spots on the ground. Not seeing heater core issue. No signs of radiator indicating a leak. What are some other usual spots to look for? Well, as far as visually, you already know them because you know where you're looking. You already know enough, right? Obviously, side of the engine. Anything with coolant lines on it. So not being that familiar with your Packard setup, obviously there's going to be coolant lines on top of the turbo going in your VGT. I'm pretty sure they're VGT. I'm 99% sure they are. Air compressor, whatever else. Fuel pump behind your ECM mounts because it could be. But if you're not smelling coolant, then it's probably not an outside thing, right? Anytime it's on the block, you're going to smell it.
Right.
For the most part, anymore nowadays, you can't get it. The shit smells so sweet. I guess it always did, but it seems like now, whatever the additive or whatever the difference is they're doing to make them, they smell even really sweet. But
I was going to say that anytime Rosie eats an egg white omelet, I can definitely smell it, but it is not sweet.
It's not sweet. It's probably a little bit too much information, but hey, it's what we do here, right? And what you
we might see Rosie on the show in the background.
No, she's with the kids now.
One of those numbers,
right? With the garage.
Yeah, you're sitting there, and I'm like, God, I'm saying these things. She's like, pow.
So, two things you can do that easily. Again, I'm speaking to the wind because you already know this. Is first off, you can just have somebody go do a pressure test right on your coolant system. You said you put a new expansion tank on it, so it's probably not leaking there. You can have them, if you want to, run the strips in your coolant. I don't know what that costs, but I would assume if you're going somewhere to get a coolant pressure tech, if they have the exhaust strips or to see if it's, because if you've got a little exhaust in there, which is not going to be good, then you would you're assured that there's some coolant going the other way too. But my guess would be it's cups. Is it a weed burner? Or you got pipes? You probably got pipes on the ground, right? Or a pipe on the ground, I would assume. You can do the little diaper trick, is where you can get you a diaper and throw it like on the ground or whatever underneath of it when you're idling, and see in the morning. Make sure it's a white one, of course, or a pig mat. I don't know what everybody calls them. The square mats, and see if you get any coolant on it, like it's burning it out. At an idle, it doesn't work the greatest, really, but. You can try to kind of tape it up there. Just don't do a reach in, whatever you do.
That'd be fun. Catch that thing on fire.
Yeah, right. The other thing is you can go have somebody. My best guess would be it's probably injector cups, and they're seeping. Right. That would be my number one thing, knowing that it's a Packard. That was the known problem, right? Their injectors, injector cups, all their seals. That was a known problem. What, in 12 to
right.
However long, for 6 or 8 years there. I don't know that it's not a problem now. Quick, I was going to say Quick's a fucking... Quick's goddamn, he's a fucking king of coolant leaks. He really is.
Hey, send him that link you got.
Okay, Quick, hold on. I'll text you this link. Give me 1 second. Yeah, Quick's better. I'll be honest, Quick's fucking better at that kind of shit than I am, because fucking... I don't work on shit that cool.
I got to get his contact info.
Oh yeah, I'll tell. Remind me, and I'll just
Time
text
you.
it to you. Or I'll text it to you after the freaking. Oh look, he's the last person I text to. Easy enough.
That's funny.
Easy. There you go. There you go. Quick. It's on. It's coming to you. Trying to think. I don't really have anything else. Usually I have some shit going on, but it's been a pretty quiet week on my end. Or since the last time you were here, it's been pretty quiet, which is good.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm in a brand new truck with nothing really happening yet.
Nope. Yeah, there's not a whole lot. I do have a brand new Volvo in our fleet. We have one of the brand new fancy Volvos. I listened to your Volvo show the other day. Of course, ours is a day cab, whatever it is, 670, 760. I don't know, the small one or the little B&L one. But it does have the little buttons, and it definitely is. It's amazing how for being a bulk truck yard is the turning radius and the and all the shit that comes with the new Volvo. The driver is an old 26 year vet, right? And is probably the nastiest truck driver I've ever met in my life. But he said that's the best truck he's ever driven in his life. So
wow.
I mean, he probably drives 150 miles a day, right, and back and forth yards, right. So he's not out on. Obviously, he's just bouncing around our, central or the city of Indiana or Indianapolis. But it's the best driving truck and riding truck he's ever had. So for whatever that's worth, I don't know.
Yeah, they're nice trucks.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool looking. I'll give it that. Even for just being a day cab with the front end, we've got the big fairings. I don't know if they all come with the big fairings, but it's got the huge fairings on the back. Or like the side, whatever the side fairings, like the scoop fairings for just even though it's a day cab, it looks really cool. They also fold in, which is the smartest thing that I think I don't know why other companies don't have that, where you can barely bump them with your shoulder and they'll fold in.
Right.
And I don't know why that's not a thing or hasn't been a thing.
So Swift is leasing brand new Volvo day cabs now.
Really?
That threw me off because there was time when I was asking, like, hey, any chance I could lease a day cab? Because, I had a line on a couple of decent runs that I could have put drivers in for, and they were good paying runs. And they're like, no, bro, we're never going to do that. Go buy your own. I'm like, I don't want to do that. That's crazy talk. Why would I do that, dummy?
Right.
I have no money.
Full send. Quick's going to square you up here in a minute. I assume he's having mic issues. Quick, we can't hear you if you're talking.
Can you hear me?
You're here.
Yeah,
You're
I
here.
was just letting you guys talk. I don't interrupt when people are talking. That's rude. Yeah. Hey, at that pack car, that thing's always gonna use antifreeze. That's what they do.
There you go.
How often, John?
All the every pack car I know uses antifreeze. Even if it's a Cummins in a pack car truck, like the new T6A Next Gen, it uses antifreeze. I think it has something to do with the tanks, the reservoir tank.
Right.
But,
he said he just put a new expansion tank on it. So, I mean, not that.
Is it still leaking with the new expansion tank? I can't see no comments. So
no, you're good. I'll keep, or we'll keep you up.
Dana probably goes through a half a gallon a week, and he's got a new with a Cummins. Yeah. So it's something about that truck and that motor, especially the pack car motor. They go through antifreeze.
Yeah. Wait. So, but yes, it's a new tank, full send, and it's still in it, but it's leaking still. So okay. So new tank still leaking. Now I would say because he's saying he said that he wants to try to get it sorted out. I don't blame him before there's 90 days because that's when his warranty runs out. I would. I don't know.
Do a combustion check in the antifreeze and see if it's not a bad head gasket.
Get that. Do it. Have them do a compression check or whatever you want to call it, a pressure check. Yeah, but I mean that, and then do a combustion check. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, do a combustion.
And I mean, it could even go to how many miles? Do we know that?
Yeah. What's the miles on it? Full send. if it's about to run out of warranty, I would assume he's pushing.
I mean, there's always injector cups too.
That's what
Look at
I'm
your
saying.
if it's
He could do a compress. They could. I mean, that's the thing. I don't know under. I don't know how. Well, you'd have to just figure it out because you could have him run a compression check too and see. Because technically, a compression check's not going to tell you anything about injector cups leaking, but it could because it could seep backwards. But I don't know how much work and how much you want to pay.
there's another thing too. Remember what happened to James's truck? He dropped a liner, and that's where all of his antifreeze was going. It was going somewhere, and it was all going into the exhaust or back into the motor. Another way to do it too, if it is a injector cup, they can go both ways. The fuel can go into the antifreeze, or the antifreeze can go into the fuel tank. So grab your petcock on your water separator, put a clear jar under it, open it, let some of the fuel out, close it, and let it separate. Now, if there's like a layer of orange at the bottom, it's an injector cup.
Yep.
You have antifreeze in your fuel tanks.
Yeah, good call because I didn't tell him that. Because I was telling him that it will go both ways. But do a fuel tank. And if the best time to do that, obviously, is when you can let that truck sit, no idling, just sit for, a day or a couple days.
There'll be antifreeze in it right now. If there's antifreeze in those tanks, there'll be antifreeze in the water separator filter.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So if you open the valve and let it out into a glass jar, so you're containing the fuel coming out of the bottom of it. Shut the valve off and look at it. It'll separate. You'll know if there's antifreeze in it. That shit'll be orange at the bottom. It'll look orange or brown at the bottom. It'll separate.
When they open the valve on the fuel separator to just kind of get under there like the old drinking fountain, because you can taste that sweetness, man. If it's just straight diesel, it's different.
Charlie, don't stop. You're gonna tell them to taste the oil next? Stop it. Don't tell them.
Oh, you got
somebody may come across this video at this time, and you're gonna get sued, and there will be no contractor's corner anymore.
Dang it! Whatever.
No, that's good. The tank or the water separator.
Truck sale purchase. Just so you know, quick, whatever.
What's that? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said
couldn't hear you.
$500K.
Shut up, stupid.
Purchase, and he's got less than much time left on it, and he wants to make sure it's good. That's what
I'm just giving you things to check. So if it is a big repair like that, you can throw it back at him and say, "Hey, man, this thing probably needs injector cups or something because I'm burning through antifreeze a gallon a week."
I think you should just tell them anyhow.
The good or bad is injector cups on those pack cars. I mean, it's not good to pay for anything, but they're not stupid. They're not ridiculous priced, and they're not ridiculous to get done.
You'll get a free overhead done while you do that because everything has to come off the top. Yep. And if they fuck up an injector taking the injector out, well, do you want to buy 6? Or just fix the one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey,
you replace one, you're always going to replace the rest eventually.
Right. Yep. Fun side note is, and this isn't brand new. I feel like they've been out for. I think the guy told me, but I saw the thread-in injector cups for the Cummins. I never seen thread-in ones, and they're pretty cool. And if you're able, because on the Cummins, you don't technically have to take any. I mean, I don't know. Technically, you don't have to take the head apart, right? You can do them right there underneath the valve cover, and the threaded ones make it where any do-it-yourself guy can basically do them. They're pretty damn simple. You don't have to press or do anything.
You guys?
No, we're here.
Oh, there you
go. And they literally just thread it. So they're nice. Oh shit! Blindside, I forgot to send you. I guess you got it. I forgot to send you the goddamn link. Sorry. Glad you made it though. Glad you made it. But yeah, I think quick nailed it. I would do make sure you do the fuel water, and then maybe have it go in there and get to your exhaust. Just call whatever shop you're going to. If call them ahead of time because not all these shops carry those stupid strips. We went.
You can do that. You can do that fuel filter thing on your own. Just open the hood, the bottom of the Davco.
Yeah.
There's a valve. Open the valve. Put it in something clear, preferably glass. Let a little bit drain out. Like, watch the fuel level drop. Don't empty the motherfucker. Shut the valve off and set the jar there and see what it does after it separates. See what's at the bottom of it. That's easy. You can do that yourself. It doesn't cost you.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. And I bet.
And filters filling
cheap. Oh, now we're losing you.
A lot quick.
Give it a minute.
Right.
So, anyways, yeah, that's it. I don't know.
So while he's reconnecting in between comments here, have you seen the new 27 Freightliner yet, Narc?
I have not.
So they've got an interesting new braking system. It's an electric air. It's an electric air hybrid.
No.
Yeah, it looks like they got rid of like half the airlines coming off of that manifold on the firewall.
Yep.
It's crazy, dude. It's almost scary.
Like an electric switch on the brake pedal, which activates the air brakes, I guess.
Yeah,
I think it's one more thing to break.
It most definitely is, but and I agree because side note, squirrel, right? Is so Chevy top whatever their big the top kicks or whatever, their big cab, their medium duty ones. You can buy an option of those that have freaking hydraulic over air over hydraulic, and it's the same kind of setup. If you buy one with the air tank, Jenny, mute yourself. Now you're ruining this live feed.
Who's got the back feed? Me or somebody else? No, someone you must have just brought in got back feed.
I muted her. I didn't mute her, but
got to shut off YouTube.
It's the same setup, I bet. I mean, the same kind of setup is the air acts before, and the brakes are still hydraulic, but the air actually actuates them.
Right.
And of course, it's not electric, so it's not not as prone probably. But I think you're right about the electric thing. I'm Googling that as we speak.
Like I just feel like some of those connections, like if they go wonky, then nothing works, and then you're like, or it all just fucked up on you.
It's just like the wireless steel or whatever they call it. Is it wireless or no drive-by wire in the Volvos?
Right.
It's I don't know. Right. I mean, time will tell. I would assume. Right.
One thing I liked about Swift did a little presentation in one of their big shops.
Right.
When was it? I think it was like a week or two ago. And it was pretty cool because what I saw and all I cared about, what made me happy is one, Swift's putting trolley valves back in them, which made me happy.
Nice. Nice. That means Knight will do it.
Right. Yeah. Because Knight will do it.
The diesel tanks are both completely behind the cab rear fill. So you don't have one halfway because the one on the passenger side always falls out, and I just never worried about trying to figure out how to put a strap on it like I used to. So I always stand there and hold that one. The one on the driver's side is fine. It'll just stay in the tank like it's supposed to. And the DEF tank filler is under the step on the driver's side where you go to pop it down and look at the batteries. So you don't have that weird DEF fill spot in the side of that fairing.
On the side, yeah.
I thought those are cool. I look, it's little things like that make me happy. And of course, I just got a 26 and not a 27 because, that's how the world works. I didn't really want a 27, though. I'm not going to lie. I'm afraid of all the new stuff.
So I'm reading about this, the IBCS, which is Advanced Intelligent Braking Control System. Intelligent Braking Control System.
Right.
And wow, this is wild, but this is the world we're in, right? Like we've known all this stuff's coming. So I'll just read you the stupid stuff. I don't know if you guys went over, but it says this system uses brake-by-wire technology, which because I wasn't thinking it was that. I was honestly thinking it was the other way, that it was still pedal, but it is not. So this system uses brake-by-wire technology that electronically monitors inputs and directs air to the brakes for smoother and more precise braking and enhanced safety. With a backup pneumatic system in place, just in case. Key features include improved driver comfort through even brake pressure distribution, i.e. comfort braking, extended brake life via controlled wear, lining wear control through electronics, and seamless integration with the engine brake, helping endurance braking over time.
Right.
Kind of doesn't make sense they wrote it like that, but neither here nor not. So technically, wow. So yeah, so it's going to be like it's like an ABS system, sorta.
Right.
Because that's how your ABS system technically works, right? Is it's an electronic module that tells, hey, we're not going to. But it's obviously a lot dumber, right? It just knows that hey, this wheel seems to be locked up, so we're just going to not put air to it at all, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything else. It doesn't pulse or anything like that. I wish. Let's see. The control unit then directs. So Jeff. I mean, you knew you were right, but here's the catch of it, right? In order for the electronic system to work properly, there will be more / dual wheeled speed sensors and chassis mounted electronic control modules in the vehicle. So now you're going to have 2 wheel speed sensors, what it potentially sounds like, one for the ABS and then one potentially for the regular braking.
Are you talking about the new Volvo or something else?
No, it's a new Freightliner.
Oh, okay.
Freightliner,
Okay.
this braking system that's electronic. It's wire.
Wow.
It's no physical. There's no treadle valve. Basically, the treadle valve's completely gone.
Right.
100%. There will be no treadle valve there. There also there
So
will
what
be
happens when they get bad software or code goes bad? You know what I mean?
Then you're on the side of the road.
Or Skynet
I'll tell you
takes
what.
over the whole-
Yeah, one thing this will eliminate for all you, because I know no one does this, but it will not let you move until there is enough air in the truck. So there's no of this,
Right.
oh man, I got 75, and I know it only takes 30 seconds for it to build up to 90. So we can go ahead and hit them buttons and hold them in for a second and roll on and get it, and beat this guy out of the spot here.
3 seconds, man.
Yep, exactly. Those 4 to 8 seconds.
This truck doesn't lose any air overnight. If I set my brakes, the trailer too, it won't lose any air overnight.
So
It's pretty nice.
autonomous.
What are you driving?
See, this is all autonomous stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he has. What is yours? Is it a 23 model Volvo?
I think it's a 3 or 2. One of the 2.
I think it's a 3. Not that it matters, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a picture of it because it doesn't really have one.
It's been a good truck. I mean, really good truck.
My tanks will drain over multiple days, like almost a week.
Mm-hmm.
On your new truck?
Yeah. On my old truck, I had that, there's that little like rubber flapper valve on the front of that manifold on the firewall.
Yep.
From the day that I got that truck, there was an intermittent audible leak that came out of there, and it would just dump the tanks every now and then because, while it was parked. It kept up when it was running, but yeah, I was always annoying, man.
Right.
I'd go out there the next, couple hours later after it being parked, and it's completely dead. I'm like, I want to go.
Yep. Matthew, you're 100% correct. You know what's and again, just talking. We all know this is coming, but the even scarier part about a lot of this is just like the Volvo. That the guy that was in here that has a new Volvo that was talking about it is that they can watch. They are watching, and they can air fly in stuff to fix the truck while it's on the move. This will be the same thing with the brakes, just like, it's part of the AI autonomous stuff. Matthew
That's
said
scary,
that in
bro.
the chat, right?
Well,
We can burn you down when we need to, right? We can, or shut you down, I guess.
Right.
Well, that's one of the
down
things.
is accurate.
One of the thoughts I've had for years. All this quote safety equipment unquote. It's step by step by step moving us towards those driverless trucks.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing, the autonomous thing, because they're making it all computer controlled and electric controlled, and you know.
And now all they need to do is put a Terminator brain in it.
Right. Well,
Hey,
you know,
most of these trucks have lane assist and all that. The only thing that's keeping this truck from not driving itself is a servo on the steering shaft to turn it back and forth.
yep.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say is
stop it. So
that's what's crazy is the autonomous. You know, everybody's against the. I mean, which I get, but technically, as you buy your 27 model, your 5th gen Freightliner, and you buy your brand new Volvo, you're buying the autonomous truck, right there. You just don't really think of it like that because you're still going to be the guy behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Right. When you're buying it, but you're buying it because if that's sad. And what do you do? Right. I mean, 5 years from now, the 2024 or 2024 Volvo or 2025 Volvo is a 5-year-old truck. So what are you going to do? Right. It is what it is.
Right. We were talking to Adam Miller, the CEO of Knight Swift, a couple of years ago. And I don't know if you know this, but they divested themselves of the autonomous truck project. They're not investing any more money in that right now.
Yep.
But what they are interested in is anything that makes the truck safer with a driver in it. So this lane assist stuff, electronic braking, I guess, is the next generation that they're working on. Everything short of taking the driver out of the truck, Swift is interested in.
Right.
So.
Yep.
And the other fuel, hydrogen.
Yeah, hydrogen.
they have those on California.
Terry.
Diesel,
Yeah, we may have talked about it. I know I'm pretty sure me and Charley at least have talked about this, but Terry, that runs for Walmart, right? She was one of the people doing those. What is it?
Embark. Embark
trucks. That was the Knight Swift, right? Those are the ones that Knight, I guess, bought technically the ones that they bought. But she was one of the leading. She was like the first. She was one of 2, right? They were testing those trucks out. Whatever it was, 4 years.
Yeah, and then Knight had 2 of them they were testing, and then Embark goes out of business. So we got 2, just yard ornaments sitting there with all this stuff on them. Brand new T680s with all these that are all cut up with cameras and shit.
Oh, it just sounds like a normal T680 not moving. My bad.
No.
But yeah, I think I don't know what kind of truck she was driving for them, but Knight had 2 of them they were testing, but I'd never really seen them test. But now they're out of business. Embark.
Well, Indiana just approved the middle of August. I assume that's when the vote was, I guess, or maybe that was. But they're going to start doing autonomous on 65 from not what. Quick, you would know the answers. What's the city when you drop off 65 or out of Chicago and get past below where the bridges are right there, like where Gary exit, I guess. There's not there. They said that they're going to run those autonomous trucks from that exit, and I don't know what that exit is.
Right.
There's a 240, the 230. There's the Flying J and all that at the 240. There's the TA at the 230. And after that, there's really nothing until you.
That's what I thought. I don't know if there's a warehouse. I don't know how that works, but that's supposedly they're not going to go into Chicago, and they're going to come down to Columbus. Is going to be their initial route whenever it starts. So that's I don't know.
They might go Lafayette, Indiana.
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought. I was like, there's not a whole lot right below outside of. Because they said it's just south of Chicago, is where they're gonna dispatch whatever they're gonna start from, and then go down to like Columbus Seymour area, which is 40 miles south of Indianapolis on 65.
What could go wrong with a truck that doesn't have a person protecting it near Chicago?
Well, so for anybody that's familiar with Indianapolis, right, and I know there's probably plenty of cities like this, but is 60 when you hit Indianapolis on 65, there is no straight through, right? You got to pick up 465 and bounce around, whichever. I mean, the shortest way is right to stay on the west side and go around. But either way, you can't technically go straight through 65,
right?
On through Indy, so these autonomous trucks have to merge into like lots of traffic. I mean, anybody that's been through Indy knows there's lots of traffic on 465 at least certain times a day. Maybe not all throughout the day, but neither here nor there. God, Charley X'd himself. Oh, let's see here.
He's
X'd. I was dying. But dude, like talking about that merging stuff, like so on this new Freightliner, I got that passenger side radar that shoots sideways, kind of ahead of the truck, and then you can disable the trailer part of it or not if you don't have a trailer. But then it shoots, back towards the trailer and all those extra feet. Can you imagine those autonomous trucks trying to merge? Because I know when I have that, when it's all turned on, and I'm like, okay, I'd like to let people know I'm trying to move to the right, because especially through places like you're talking about, where you've got all these merge points coming in, you could be in the second from the left lane and there's 4 next to you, right? With all the mergers happening. And people like me just trying to get to that right lane, man. Just let me over, bro. And I put on my blinker and I get that red light flashing and the beep going on. I'm like, look, I just want to let these people know I want to go. But it gives you the alarm unless it's absolutely clear, which is dumb, if you ask me.
Which is almost impossible in lots of situations.
Right.
I mean, it is what it is. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure everybody obviously has their own opinion on that, but I
just got an email. It looks like International is dipping their foot in now too.
Really?
Yeah. They're partnering with a small carrier out of Texas to run that I-35 corridor, that test corridor.
Yep. I don't. You know what? I should Google tonight. Who's partnered up, because I don't know that answer for the Indiana thing.
There is a company in Texas that runs up and down. What is it? 45 from Dallas to Houston with self-driving trucks. I think they're PACCAR product. They're red. You got cameras all over them. Some of them down there. You see them on 45 going up and down.
You know, it's funny. I just said International should make a good truck first, but then I thought, oh man, that's the perfect use for International, because nobody wants to drive them. Make them autonomous.
Yeah.
Autonomous, so nobody has to drive them. Oh, don't say that.
Right?
Yeah, between Dallas. This article says between Dallas and Houston. Aurora Innovation has deployed driverless trucks between Dallas and Houston. A Texas manufacturer partnered with JB Hunt and Bott Auto on a pilot program, and Daimler Truck North America expanded its autonomous vehicle partnership with Ava.
Yeah.
To name just a few developments.
A lot of them working together now, which is, I think, is interesting, because you guys all remember how bad the OEMs were. They're like, we hate you.
Yep.
Well, throughout my career, it's been 2 companies that I like to keep tabs on, and that's JB Hunt and Schneider.
Right.
To see what's coming down the pipe as far as technology goes, because especially Schneider, they'll publish their results on a test. It's because of Schneider that we know those stupid wheel covers that we all think look stupid.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Each wheel position you put those on saves 0.25 miles per gallon, or 0.25% on your fuel mileage.
No joke. I didn't know that.
Schneider, because Schneider did a decade's worth of research on that,
right,
and then published the results.
No joke.
For a single owner operator, you can't even measure that.
Right.
No.
But like a Swift with their 14,500 trucks.
Yeah.
Imagine the fuel savings on that.
Yep. Yeah, you're that's that is what it is, right? When it comes to that, it's obviously a numbers game. It's a big numbers game. It's the whole why everybody hates the mega carriers, right? For that reason.
I was trying to figure out why Swift would put those wheel covers on contractor trucks, and then my brain got smart and said, oh, it's for all the people who don't actually want to run a business, and they're going to turn their truck back in 3 weeks after they leased it. Yep. And they can just make it a company truck again. My bad.
Yep. Those flow covers are almost a Freightliner thing, though. They work with Freightliner with that. They just come with them. Well,
we had a batch come in that had the Halo system on them for the auto inflation.
complete with the TPMS part of it that was Bluetooth. And that was awesome. I think they should have went with that instead of the wheel covers for contractors. And they said, "Oh yeah, that's what we're going to do. Our next batch of Freightliners." So that's what I was waiting for. Guess what? I got wheel covers.
I wonder if that what the cost. I mean, I would assume there's a huge cost difference between the Halo system and just the wheel covers, like that whole kit.
I don't know, but if you look at what the cost savings for an independent contractor would be with the tire inflation system versus the cover, that's
we priced out the Halo system was like $1,500, like $1,500-$1,600 for all 4 wheel positions.
So that's not bad at all, really. I mean, in the grand scheme of thing, that's not. That's what's that? Three blown tires, maybe 4.
Right?
Yeah.
An axle, a full axle, which is called a full axle. And if you save a set of drives, just tread wise for a year or 50,000 miles or something, you save that money.
And, of course, with any of this stuff, Mike, it's always been like, I'll go back to the remember the Bose Ride seat?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I was trying to get a Bose Ride seat in my tractor. Oh no, those are so expensive, and we don't want to have the lease payment any more than it is. And I'm like, but I'm leasing the truck. So what if it costs me an extra $10 a week? I want that seat.
Right.
Yep.
Same thing with the Halo. So what if it costs me another $5 a week on the lease? I don't care.
Yep.
It's going to save me more than that in tire wear and potential blowouts.
Right.
Yeah, and and honestly, on that stuff, I don't know, maybe I don't know, but there's not a lot of maintenance to any of that stuff as long as you don't have people breaking them every time they do a tire. I mean, honestly, most of that stuff just kind of works. The valving that controls it is not. It's all pretty cheap, like the box and stuff. It's not very expensive. The more expensive part is the actual brass and stuff, like the stainless lines and the brass connectors and stuff. That's where all that on the trailers, the cost comes into it, which is what they break the most of, obviously, or gets knocked off the most. But
so one of the problems I saw with the Halo thing, right, is people would get the Halo tire inflator, but not the TPMS software with it, and they would never check their pressures. They just thought, oh, well, it's working, but those things don't always work.
Nope, right.
And you may need to get it calibrated or whatever. I don't know how much work they can actually do to them, honestly, but but if it ain't working, it ain't working. You need to put air in your tire, dummy. Just saying.
Yeah, on a trailer, right, is that there's a box. I assume for a truck it's pretty much the same, but I would assume it's the same as there's a box, right? Just a rectangle box that has a gauge inside of it. So you open that box up, and that gauge should be telling you, hey, it's airing up to 110. It should be reading like a 110. And if it says anything different than that, then the tires are not at that, would be what it should be. And
with the Halo system, there's no physical connection anywhere but the valve stems and the wheel end. It's producing its own air through centrifugal force.
Oh, that's made by Michelin, isn't it?
I follow you.
I think it's made by Michelin, and it's got like a centrifugal force pump. Yeah.
But yeah, so it doesn't have that system like you would see on the trailers, so you can't.
Right. Okay.
You just need to disconnect it and hope at that point and just do things the right way. But then you're out $1,600, right? But if you have the whole kit, with the Bluetooth, and then they got this other stuff where there's a way, I think it's called their A3 or I don't know, something. It's a full management system for that stuff. It's crazy. It's mapping and everything else, and I'm like, whatever. I just want the TPMS and the autofill, and you order it with whatever pressure you want to run. So for people like me that are constantly changing pressures to try different things, over time, that might be a drag because they can't change it once they send it to you. Apparently, I don't know.
So you got to order what you want, and that's what you got, right?
Yep.
But with that TPMS system and the Halo, I think it's a fabulous thing. But some people were like, "Oh, I'm not actually checking pressure, so I don't know with just the Halo system." And they were blowing tires up, and people were like, "Oh, that's lame too." It's like the OPS bypass filters. Swift put them on some test trucks way back in the day, and they're like, "Oh, it's great," and they never checked the oil. They never did the
I
oil
remember talking about that.
and they blew up every motor that had that system on it, and they said, "Oh, this is a terrible system." Like, no, you're a moron. Learn how to use it first. But whatever, you can't fix those people.
No, and it's all terrible. I'm reading about this Halo system. This is interesting because I guess I don't guess I did not realize what how it actually worked, because I thought that was that's interesting. And you're right, is you have to whatever you order it with it looks like you can obviously send the box back in and get it recalibrated or the wheel end, but obviously there's going to be a time factor. There's all the factors that go with that. Unless you could find one and pull up to it, right, and take them directly inside or something, because I'm sure it's some easy adjustment or whatever, or they plug them into something and it goes.
But I really like the system, and for a single truck guy or a guy with just a couple trucks, I think that's a better investment.
Good job, Blindside. 200,000 on a set of super singles. Good job. There you go. There's an air pressure checking guy right there, and a tire checking guy. 200,000 on a set of tires.
I got 335,000 miles of original crash.
Yep.
On this truck.
Yep. On your Volvos, right? Or on your Volvo. That's awesome.
Duals. Yeah.
I beat you. I got over 400 before I actually had to do my duals on the 23. Right before I turned it in, it was perfect.
Yep.
I got all kinds of credit for those tires too. It was funny.
Come on, Biscuit, head back up. Damn. Traffic better be about those. Yeah, you are. Okay.
He's gonna crash. We don't need to use the C word. Sounds like we've already had that this week. Oh Lordy!
What all these bobtails taking truck spots? Bullshit.
You already know the answer to that.
I think the wheel cover system's like $750, around that range for the full install kit, and for 4 wheels and the whole 9 yards, right? I'm thinking for small number of trucks in a small fleet, not worth it. The other way works better, I think. I think that's a better investment. But whatever. No one will listen to us anyhow. They're going to I'm going to get that and put it on this because it's awesome and Schneider uses it. And I'm like, oh, fix your brain. But they won't.
Yeah.
Whatever, Sean, get out of here. Have a good night. Don't die.
See you, Full Send. Thanks, man. Thanks for the membership. That's awesome, dude. Thank you. Appreciate that. Now I'm part of the cool.
Right? I'm like, hey,
all right.
Set this one up and look, you're already a member. It's awesome.
There it is. What
damn, that's good looking right there.
Say now is it you were talking about? Oh, hey, I have another question that's not maintenance related. Is Swift setting up anything? Do you guys set up stuff with a truck parking club for like the contractors for like you guys? Nope. I was for the other day. I don't know why I was. Well, I guess maybe because you would text me or something. But I was thinking about it. I probably just happened to see a truck parking club.
Right.
Somebody ranting about it somewhere, either on obviously YouTube or on Twitter.
Are they talking good or bad about it?
Oh, they were talking bad about it. Well, I don't know anymore. It doesn't seem like people really talk bad about it. They just say it's probably the same thing everybody sees. Oh, another truck parking club's taking over a mom and pop, right? But they don't ever really say anything. I mean, I don't see anybody say anything bad about it. They just like, oh, another mom and pop gone. Truck parking club's got their signs up.
Yeah.
Well, I know there's one in Florida down on I-10. I can't remember exactly where, but they bought a big old hunk of land, or leased a big old hunk of land right next to. Can't remember if it was a Love's or a TA or I don't know. It's right next to a truck stop, and they just ate up the land that nobody was using right there at that ramp. But you know what I mean? I'm like, that seems legit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, and then you look at states like Wyoming, they've got these massive brand new truck parking spots. They're free.
Yep.
Problem with them, you can throw your trash away, but there's no restrooms at all.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I'm being honest. Like, there's a, if you come north on Indy, come to, which is where my my old shop was, and then is or a concrete place where the Loves is. It's a Brownsburg exit, and Sam, I can't even remember wherever the big Amazon is, and the big Walmart, Amazon, and Coca-Cola is right there off the exit. But anyways, there's a brand new blue beacon for everybody that's going north, right there off the exit. But neither here nor there is. If you continue past and you just were heading north, there's a huge. Oh, now I can't even think of the name of the company. Boy, my brain is just shut off tonight. Anyways, a trailer place. And they just did a repave, and they just built a new building in the last year or so. They have a huge moose with wings right next to the interstate. And their old building, which is obviously right next door, is just an old blue 3-bay trailer shop in a gravel lot, and it's got a little white house. And that's just on a little service road that that parallels the highway between the two, the one exit and the next one up, which is like 4 miles or something.
Right.
And that is a truck parking club, the old trailer shop now. But that's what I understand is there's no bathroom facilities there. It's an old gravel lot.
I don't understand that. Why? It just makes no sense to me.
And it's off the beaten path, right? It's in a bad. I wouldn't call it a bad spot, I guess, but you're literally out in the farmland, and technically, if you go north when you come out of it, and you're thinking, well, I'll go north and pick up the interstate on the north end, is to get onto the to get off that road to get onto the interstate is like a 45-degree bend that's like up a hill on a corner. It is not truck friendly whatsoever to like get up to get back to come over to the interstate. But there's no sign that says that tells you any different, right? And your GPS wouldn't tell you any either, because it just shows that it comes out right next to the exit. So I mean, it wouldn't tell you. And once you get there, I don't know. I'm sure it's fine, but it seems like a bad way for a truck to be trying to.
Right. Oh man, some of those spots are insane.
Right.
And I just don't. I don't understand why they don't put some basic. Look, just put porta potties out there. I don't even care.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I'll pay to park at a place that just has porta potties.
Yep.
Whatever, man. Okay. How is my membership not covering the cost of a couple of porta potties in service?
Yep. I always thought that was I always thought that was weird about the truck parking. But there's one that no one that some guys they have a show on. I think they do it on YouTube too, but they're mainly on X. They don't really. It's called the Logistics Lounge, and I've been on it a couple times, but they're hooked up. And now I'm gonna lie. I want to say it's Freight Ninja, but now I don't know if it's actually called Freight Ninja.
Right.
But neither here nor there. It's Freight something, and they do a parking club thing, but their parking club, it's not as popular because they own every one of their parking lots. Paid parking lots has a shop associated with it, which that shop also has restrooms. I don't know if there's shower facilities in all of them, but there's definitely restrooms and like a lounge area and a shop associated with every one of their parking lots. Also, why they're not so popular, because they have to find that or build that.
Right.
But I also know that their membership is like double or triple what the truck parking club is.
Really?
But
yeah, Arc Best doesn't have terminals like other carriers do.
Right.
We use yards like that for to stash trailers.
Yeah.
So we'll go in, and they have showers. They have at least a basic shop at almost all of them.
Right.
I can't remember what it's called, because very rarely do I go to one of those places.
And then I can send her away. Say hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay. Get the hell out of here.
Get the hell out of here. Stop it. Hold on, I'm looking it up right now, because now it makes me mad that I can't remember what it's called.
I love you. Not
Parking.
go away.
No, it is. It's called Freight Ninja. I was correct. Look at that. I was correct. Um, let's see here. I'm trying to read. Yeah, parking. You can park with your Freight Ninja solutions. I was trying to see if I could get a price, but I'm not going to be able to get one real easily. I don't know why they don't have their website because that's a sponsor of their show, but neither here nor there. That's their, but they're by no means, no way popular. At one point, they had talked about they were trying to find one near Indy, and they were looking for freelance. I didn't fully understand, and they were like, "Well, we're going to have shop facilities, but we're not going to have mechanics, right? It's not a working shop, so we're going to allow freelance mechanics to work in the shop." And I was like, "Well, that's a somewhat great idea." But that would never work because you couldn't. How could you book anything, right? Just
Right.
You call when you're. Hey, I'll be in Indy in a couple hours. Narc, you want to meet me over at wherever the Freight Ninja lot, and you get there. There's already 2 trucks in the bays, and I don't know how that would work. But I don't think they went forward with that whole thing. It was they were pitching that idea because they were trying to get me to like I don't know too. They're like, man, we'll split, percentage. It's like, I don't want people calling me at 2 a.m. in the morning that are in your parking lot, right? Like, what would that? I don't have a mobile truck, right? I do now.
Wake up! Come fix my shit.
Yeah,
I need a tire.
Just sometimes, and
You up? It's 2 in the morning,
right? That was months ago when I know they were trying to compete with when the truck parking club thing started blowing up at the beginning of the year. But all right, hold on. I'm reading your book you put in here.
Basic plan at Freight Ninja is $149 a month. Standard plan is $169 a month. Premium plan is $199 a month.
Yeah, so $149 a month. That's almost triple, right? In a truck parking club, like $40 or $59.99 or something for a month. Is that correct?
I'm not even sure.
I guess I could Google that, right? Or we could Google that together.
It depends on the lot.
That you're right. You're right, because that's the thing is I know that that place in Indy is, I feel like it was $14.99 for the night. I think that's what it was. The other thing I didn't understand about the Indy thing, it doesn't matter, I guess, right? Because it's the only one. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll see others in my lifetime, but that's the only one that I know of. Is there's no one there. I mean, obviously, there's no there's no one riding the like I don't, like you're just pulling in a gravel lot, so you could bounce out at some point. I would say, I guess, I don't know.
Because like where I live, there's a couple of people that joined the cabal, if you will,
right?
And they're just renting out spots of their dirt lot at their house. I live in a place where people have acreages.
Yeah.
And it's like $100 a month to park your truck is what they want.
No joke. Well,
I mean, if you were home weekly, even that would be not too bad if you don't have a place at the house.
Right. No, it wouldn't. How much does a truck parking space cost? Oh yeah, so they basically do theirs. Obviously, if you're not periods long may cost $125 to. Yeah, so they're saying between average 15 and 25 per night. So, well, I mean
That's
that's
comparable
obviously.
to.
Yeah, that's way more if you're doing. I mean, if you have to do that every night, right? Monday
Right.
through Monday, right? I mean,
Right.
But I guess it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's kind of a weird thing. You would think they'd be trying to undercut the truck stops, but then again, the truck stops are going up. So, I mean, what was it in Atlanta, Jeff, at Petro? 30?
25 to park or $30 in the store or 60 gallons of fuel.
Right.
Oh, and you were right. If you have a reserve spot, that pays for it. If you reserve a spot.
Right.
No joke. I wonder. I don't know. That's unreal. Oh, Daycab came in and left because he's not nice.
I'm trying to find a parking spot now, dude. I was at a Quick Trip back there. Half the place had bobtails in every truck spot. It's like, come on, full.
Really?
Bobtails.
Wow.
Ridiculous. Wisconsin on 94. Now I'm down here at the TA. I got to pay for a spot in.
Because Terry needs timeout every day. Anyhow, we're going to wrap this thing up, I think, if no one's got any more questions for these guys. We're going to call it a wrap. Last call, man. Throw it up there. If you don't, that's cool, too.
Right.
Hopefully we'll be back to normal Tuesdays next week. I'm actually going to be in Ocala, I think, for the show Tuesday at the terminal for Swift's Driver Appreciation Week. That's my plan, my intention. We'll see what actually happens. I don't know. Whatever.
Nice.
Really bad. Who knows? Could be great. I don't know. I didn't want to go to Phoenix this year. It's too many things are going on this last, good Lord, 8 weeks. It just didn't make going to Phoenix a smart move financially at this point, to take it off, right?
Right.
And just
Stop it. Just stop it with your numbers. Stop
I
it.
know.
Too many numbers.
Adulting is hard. I'm over it. All right. Nobody's got questions. We love you all. Narc, thanks for popping in quick.
Oh, you're welcome.
As usual, awesome. Send me your contact info, and I'll just throw you a damn link whenever, man. I'm just saying.
I'll shoot it to him here right now. Yeah, I'll shoot it to him right after the show. Or here in just a second. I'll make sure he's got it.
Or Narc, you could just send it to him every time we have you on, because we know he's going to come on and want to make you look foolish.
Well, basically, Narc just sent it to me. I said link, and then Narc just sent it to me if he knows I'm in here. So
yeah, hell yeah, we'll do it.
Are they going to charge me to park in this TA? This is bullshit.
We just talking about it. We what do you call it? We bad omened you. Is that the right way to say that?
Well, it doesn't look like there's a guard shack here, but I don't know.
Which one?
What
you
a
at?
pain in the fucking ass. Wisconsin line on 94.
Oh, good luck.
He said good luck.
Basically, it looks like they're gonna charge me to park here. This is a bunch of
put the gates up like they put the gates up on that one pretty recently too.
What? So I last question is so on your end, quick. Well, I mean, I guess is so do you pay out of pocket to park like tonight? Like right now, they get
a receipt.
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't really know that either.
They'll reimburse you?
Yeah.
Well,
that's cool.
Yeah. Daily rate $25 fucking dollars. Sorry for cussing, but this is ridiculous.
We love you, Donna.
I think that ship sailed a long time ago.
And it's like way empty here too.
Well, of course it is.
$25.
Yeah, Matthew. Just before you get out here, Matthew, I live on the west. If you know where the airport is on I-70, I literally live 2 miles north on Ronald Reagan off the 70 exit. My house is right there. So I'm not really technically near any truck stops, but I mean, and that's where I live. So I live in Avon, but yeah, I'm just, if you know where the airport is off of 70 and that Ronald Reagan exit right there, I'm literally 2 miles up on Ronald Reagan and on a country road.
Screenshots of when people were like putting up Narc's address and things like that back in the day, because they wanted to come visit him, but then they were all too cowardly.
Listen, fun fact is I talked to good old, some people won't know, but GW Bowles on the phone the other day, and he was telling me stories of how many people were like talking about coming by the house, and how when we were really hot and heavy, and how there was a guy that actually was, when I used to do videos before I went to work in a parking lot, kind of my house where I got my coffee at, in this Burley Coat Factory parking lot, and I'd always face the sign. He's like, no, there's a guy that was going to set up camp and wait for you. And one morning, and I'm like, you think 5:30 in the morning that there's some guy going to, come on, man, stop it.
Right. I just thought it was hilarious. I mean, I've had a lot of people say, oh, I'm going to whoop you and all this. And I'm like, bro, do you want the address? Or, I mean, should we meet somewhere else? I don't know, man. It's not my part, but.
Meet behind the bleachers.
Yep, right. Yeah, right after halftime. That way, everybody's back in the stands. No one will see.
Right.
Right? They'll be watching the kickoff.
All right, we're gonna get the hell out of here. Thanks, you two. Appreciate you,
All right.
Jeff. What do you got?
Later, guys.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. You know what I'm going to say. Keep that rubber side down. And remember, with no action, there is no traction, folks.
And like always, you know what? Let's give Narc something. What do you want to say? Some inspirational words from codename Narc himself.
Oh, you want inspirational words from me? I don't have any. I don't. What? Keep it between the mayonnaise and the mustard. How about that? Is that inspirational? There you go. That's like the Riverside Down comment.
All right. And, look after each other. No one out here looking after us but us. And we'll see you. And hopefully next Tuesday, I'll be live from the Ocala Driver Appreciation Week at Swift. Tentatively. We'll see how that works. Jeff will be somewhere. Who knows? He could be home. He could be
home
in New York again.
There you go. Hopefully home.
All right. We'll catch you all on the other side. And thanks for watching, spending your time.